A federal judge has ordered Donald Trump's name removed from the Kennedy Center, and the ruling goes beyond a sign on the outside of a building. The order says the Kennedy Center cannot be formally renamed after Trump by board action alone because Congress gave the institution its name more than 60 years ago. The same ruling also blocks, for now, a planned 2-year closure tied to major renovation work. The latest update came from U.S. District Judge Christopher Cooper in Washington, D.C., who ruled in a lawsuit brought by Ohio Representative Joyce Beatty. Beatty serves as an ex officio trustee on the Kennedy Center board, and she challenged both the attempted renaming and the planned closure. What remains unclear is whether the Kennedy Center's current leadership will win on appeal or whether the ruling will force a broader reset of how the institution moves forward. The timeline starts with the Kennedy Center's legal identity. In 1964, after President John F. Kennedy's assassination, Congress renamed the National Cultural Center as the John F. Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. The law connected the center to Kennedy's memory, his support for the arts, and the idea of a living national memorial in Washington. For verified entertainment and culture updates without the rumors, subscribe to Startline Entertainment. The dispute escalated after Trump returned to the White House and took a direct role in the Kennedy Center's leadership. According to the court record, Trump replaced several trustees, was appointed as a trustee himself, and was elected chair by the newly reconstituted board. Later, the board amended its bylaws in a way that stripped ex officio trustees of voting power. That point became important because Beatty argued she was blocked from participating meaningfully when the renaming issue came up. The court opinion says the board voted in December 2025 to rename the institution as the Trump Kennedy Center. The next day, Trump's name was added to the front portico above President Kennedy's name. The center's website and official materials were also updated to reflect the attempted new branding. Judge Cooper's ruling focused on a basic legal question. Can the board rename the Kennedy Center without Congress? His answer was no. The opinion says the Kennedy Center's organic statute makes clear that the center is named for President Kennedy and that it cannot carry another formal name or public memorial based only on the board's decision. That is why the order requires officials to remove physical signage on the Kennedy Center building and grounds that purports to rename the center after Trump or anyone other than President Kennedy. It also requires references to the attempted renaming to be removed from the center's website and official materials. The deadline in the order is 14 days. But the ruling did not stop there. It also addressed the planned 2-year closure of the Kennedy Center, which Trump had announced for construction, revitalization, and rebuilding. The court said the board's closure decision was not made through a careful enough process, especially given the center's responsibilities as a performing arts venue, a public institution, and a memorial. That does not mean the judge ruled that the Kennedy Center can never be repaired or renovated. The opinion specifically says the order does not prevent needed capital repair work from moving forward. It also says the board could revisit a closure decision later if it independently weighs its obligations in a prudent way. The Kennedy Center side is not accepting the ruling as the final word. A public relations official for the center said the institution is confident on appeal and argued that the board acted to recognize Trump's contributions to the cultural center. Reuters also reported that the White House did not immediately respond to a request for comment after the ruling. So the current status is clear, but temporary in important ways. Trump's name must be removed from the Kennedy Center's physical and official branding unless a higher court intervenes. The planned 2-year shutdown is blocked for now, but repair work is still possible. And the larger question is whether the board can make a new decision that survives court review, or whether Congress remains the only body with authority to change the center's formal name. For now, the most important confirmed point is this. The court ruled that the Kennedy Center's name is not simply a branding choice. It is tied to federal law, to Congress, and to the center's role as a living memorial to President Kennedy. Until an appeal changes that, the attempted Trump Kennedy Center name cannot stay in place.